Assalamu alaikum. Cue card number 15 presented by Rayhanul Islam, Cambridge certified ELT teacher, British Council validated trainer and London Teacher Training College certified IELTS trainer. Describe a person who has influence on you. You should say who this person is, how or when you met him or her, how she has made impact on you, your life or your study. Before discussing the cue card and part 3, let's learn some words related to this topic. Vocabulary. Number 1. Befriend. It's a verb. To be friendly towards someone. It is not advisable to befriend your boss or your teacher. Number 2. To turn one's back on somebody means deny, reject, also abandon or forsake. I can't turn my back on my own daughter, no matter what she has done. Altercation. Noun. Verbal fight. According to witnesses, the altercation between the two men started inside the restaurant. Stubborn. Adjective. Having or showing dogged determination not to change one's attitude or position on something. They have huge arguments because they are both so stubborn. To get along. Have a harmonious or friendly relationship. Those two just don't get along. Compatible. Adjective. Able to have a harmonious relationship. It was when we started living together that we found we just weren't compatible. Complement. Verb. Add to something in a way that enhances or improves it. The music complements her voice perfectly. To open one's eyes. Become or make someone aware of the truth of a situation. The trip to Zimbabwe opened her eyes to the difficulties faced by developing nations. Perspective. Noun. A particular attitude toward or way of regarding something, a point of view. You are approaching the problem from a completely different perspective. To stay or keep in touch. To maintain communications with someone. After my neighbor moved, we still kept in touch. Instill. Verb. Gradually but firmly establish an idea or attitude, especially a desirable one, in a person's mind. It is part of a teacher's job to instill confidence into his or her students. Mindset. Noun. The established set of attitudes held by someone. It's extraordinary how hard it is to change the mindset of the public and the press. Gratitude. Noun. The quality of being thankful. She sent them a present to express her gratitude. Potential. Noun. The possibility of something happening or of someone doing something in the future. I don't feel I'm achieving my full potential in my present job. To go far in life. Be successful. Children should be encouraged to go far in life and to set their goals high and reach for them. Delinquent. Noun. A person, usually young, who behaves in a way that is illegal or not acceptable to most people. There are many ways that parents can do to help juvenile delinquents change. To get up to no good. Doing something bad. I could tell from the look on Tom's face that he was up to no good. Self-esteem, noun. Confidence in one's own worth or abilities. She suffers from low self-esteem and it prevents her from pursuing her goals. Reckless, adjective. Without thinking or caring about the consequences of an action. These punks have a reckless disregard for the law. To act up, misbehave. Sometimes kids act up because they just want attention. Disobey, verb. Fail to obey. He was punished for disobeying orders. Vulnerability, noun. The quality of being weak and easily hurt physically or emotionally. He was intensely aware of his own vulnerability. Aggressive, adjective. Ready or likely to attack or confront. He gets aggressive when he is drunk. Blindfolded, adjective. To cover someone's eyes with a blindfold. She is challenged to solve the Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Frightening, adjective. Making someone afraid or anxious. Terrifying. It is frightening to think what might happen if she left him. Comfort zone, noun. A situation in which you feel comfortable and in which your stability and determination are not being tested. Sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself. Praise, noun. The expression of approval or admiration for someone or something. They deserve praise for all their hard work. Dear audience, you have already learned so many words related to this topic, and our topic was describing a person who has influence on you. You should say who this person is, how or when you met him or her, how he or she has made impact on you, your study or your life. Okay, these are the words will be reflected in your sample answers and your question of the part 3, and these will help you to understand that topic and the questions answered very easily. Okay, let's proceed. You have already seen that topic, and the sample answer for the topic is: so far I always consider myself lucky to meet lots of wonderful teachers throughout the academic years. One of them is my English teacher, Mr. Bill. Indeed, meeting him is an essential turning point on my path of conquering English. I had the opportunity to work with him when I was a freshman at university. At first sight, I was truly impressed by his well-mannered eloquence and behavior. His unique way of teaching in fact provoked my passion for this language. To be more specific, Mr. Bill altered my perspective of learning English. Before I met him, for me, English is just the matter of reading, grammars, or writing, and I barely paid any attention to the other factors. However, he showed me the vital role of sounds and intonation. Since then, under his guidance, I concentrated more on the way native speakers create their sounds and exerted myself to imitate that. Over a few months, my speaking and listening were upgraded a lot, and I became addicted to immersing myself in English. It is my teacher that lighted up my study journey and inspired me to continuously practice for a better me. And now I'm going to start the questions for part 3. This is the questions related to this topic. Question number 1. How do people make friends? Well, I guess not much different from other countries. Usually we meet new friends at either school, in classes, or at the workplace. Sometimes we can also befriend our friends' friends. I think that's how people make friends most of the time. Question number 2. Who is more important to you, friends or family? Ah, this is such a difficult question to answer. I have always thought of my close friends as family too, so they are just as important to me as my family members. But then I guess my family is still everything to me. Friends can turn their back on you, but family would never do that, you know. At least in my case, I can always trust my family members to support and be there for me in difficult times. But I cannot say the same thing about all of my friends, except for those whom I am close with. Question number 3. Do you like to be friends with someone who is different from you? I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to be friends with someone who is different from me. Of course, there will be some disadvantages. For example, since it is more likely that we will have opposing opinions about a situation, we might get into altercations more often. Especially if one of us is the stubborn type, then it would be hard for us to get along and our relationship might not end too well. Yet, I believe there are still people with contrasting personalities who are compatible with and complement each other. Plus, I find it very interesting to get to know people whose personalities are different from mine, as I feel like it would help me open my eyes to new ways of thinking as well as change my perspective about many things. Question number 4. Do you have any foreign friends? Yes, I do. While living in Australia for the last 2 years, I have been able to make many new foreign friends, some of whom I am very close to and still stay in touch with. Question 5. Why is it easier to make friends on the internet than in reality? I think it's mainly because it's always much easier for people to hide behind a computer screen and express themselves than having to do so face to face or in front of a lot of people. On the internet, people don't really know who you are. They might know you through your profile pictures and the self description that you put up on your personal page, but they can't know everything about you. They know neither your past nor your face unless you choose to show them, and I think that's what gives most people the courage to be their real selves without the fear of others' judgment. Also, making friends on the internet usually requires less time and money, as usually people would only talk or chat online without having to physically meet each other. Question number 6. What social values should parents teach children? I think if one day I have children, I would love to teach them about honesty, respect for other people, responsibility for their family, and also about giving back to the community they are growing up in. It would be great if I could instill a mindset of gratitude in them, as I personally believe that only those who know how to appreciate what they have, even the little things, will have the potential to go far in life. Question number 7. Many children misbehave at school. What are the reasons? There can be many causes behind such misbehaviors. One reason could be that the kids can be influenced by the friends they hang out with. So, if your kids are befriended by some delinquents, there's a high chance that they will get up to no good. Also, this might have something to do with children's low self esteem. You know, when kids are young, they tend to be more insecure and reckless, so they might act up and disobey rules on purpose while trying to cover up their vulnerability and self doubt. Question number 8. Do you think mass media have a great impact on the young generation? Yes, definitely. Especially with television and the internet becoming readily accessible at both school and home nowadays. The impact that the media is having on the youth is greater than ever before. Such influence can be both positive and negative. For example, watching or viewing violent media content often enough can make it more likely that children will behave in an aggressive way and be less understanding of other people's needs and feelings. On the other hand, teenagers who are exposed to and take an interest in the news are more likely to be interested in major social and political issues. This can help educate them and encourage them to become more involved as citizens in their communities. Question number 9. Why is it hard for adults to change? There can be numerous reasons why some grown-ups resist change. I think the primary reason lies with people's fear of excessive uncertainty that is usually associated with change. Imagine yourself walking off a cliff blindfolded. Scary, isn't it? Doing things for the first time or stepping into the unknown can be pretty frightening too. Most of the time, people only seek change when they get frustrated with their current situation, and the only way out is to look for a positive way forward. It would be a lot harder for people to change if they couldn't find such motivation or courage to take those first steps to move out of their comfort zone. Question number 10. How to help young people to develop good habits? In my opinion, adults, first and foremost, must lead by setting a good example for children. As children grow and learn mostly from watching the people around them, the way adults handle the ups and downs of life can teach the young a lot about how to behave and get along with others. It's also important to show respect for children and refrain from using the word don't whenever possible. Furthermore, encouraging the kids with praise and giving them positive attention for good behaviors can motivate them to build and maintain more good habits. Thank you for watching. Okay, dear viewers, please, you need to practice this topic again and again, and you must listen and watch, and also please shadow with my sound. Shadow means you just follow my sound, and whenever you are watching it, just listen my sound and repeat the sound with me. Just don't listen, read along with the sound and also the text. Okay, then that will help you very much. Okay, so for further information, you can contact here Raihan's Study Tech Center, and we are located at Samad Mansion, second floor, Falpoti Masjid Goli, Mirpur 10, Dhaka. And the phone number is 01781338676 or 01534545945. Okay, please practice this, and the next cue card is coming. 16 number key card is coming, so total 40 key cards you will get from me to practice, okay, for your IELTS. So you should not read any book, you cannot don't read any book, just listen, listen, watch and repeat, and then practice it with your friend or alone. Then this will help you to get a good score, as you're speaking. Best of luck. Thank you very much.